welcome to the podcast, Conversations with Gajeni podcast series. I'm your co-host, Gajeni Ndondelo Mamali Umtikak. Zingomo zibomvu ke ezimnyama esezinika amahlwempu ezinye ke sezinike ezinye izidubu. Yeah, it's the third episode. Isithunywa part 2. We have done part 1 already, and I quite enjoyed part 1. But let's carry on where we left. But I'm not my co-host, Unombulelo.
Morning, guys. Unombulelo, Mambamba. And yeah, so
Mambamba, I just to go. So Mambamba.
But indeed cheaper.
Yeah, Mambamba,
I'm a job burger. And you Mambamba, kind of passport, Linda. Tangan.
Oh, Tangan. Uthanga ndanimazi hayi wamathwasa mfundi andinodaniya kodwa ke manwe apho uthanga niwangandibethi.
Okay, we'll just see with the day I finished am I gonna follow the previous experience or create a brand new experience?
Yazi iproblem wethu thina singabantu abamnyama like umzekelo mhlawumbi if you meet amatshawe 3 or 4 wabo abathanda unxiba kodwa wena umtshawe uzakuthipha xa enxiba amatshawe because it's only rare uzawudibana nomtshawe unganxiliyo.
That's true.
No, it is, but it is what it is. Where were we? Masigawule swarhuqa sithi isiXhosa siye apho kufele khona ixolo siphi ngoku sekusithunywa sigangatha phi.
Expectations. I think I was asking Wuti. So last you mentioned Wuti, once you fix this into the Isithunywa, money starts flowing in. It's easier.
Yeah. So
money starts flowing in, and life becomes much easier, right? And with Ungoma, it's a bit tougher. It's a bit of a struggle.
Yes.
Would that now be sort of like a motivation for people to think, they might as well buy Pamsa Isithunywa to fix their lives, thinking everything is gonna be all.
Yeah, well, I like this angle you come with. There are two different things here. Are you following this Isithunywa because of genuinely you have a calling? Are you really taking this path, following the spiritual path of enlightenment and the spiritual calling because you truly following it? Or are you doing it because of you want to fix your things, you want to have money?
Easy fix, yeah.
Yeah. Yes, we have problems and we need to fix our things. And if part of fixing our things, it means we must go back to the basics, to the roots, it's okay. But if you are following this path, only your intentions to fix things and have money, then you'll be disappointed. Because of your heart is not in it. Your heart is in the end goal. If you get what I mean.
Yeah.
But if you say, this is who I am, I'm embracing it, I'm following this path, wherever it takes me, and then the good times, the money will come. So people batwasa because of they looking at the end goal. They are not invested in the process. So mna ndizawuthi ndithwase uba into zam zihambe kakuhle ndifumane umsebenzi ndibe nemali. Andithwaseli genuinely to connect, to know myself, to embrace and all of that stuff. That's why you go to a consultation. Then someone will say, Twasa, your things are ambagash. Then you get done. Then after that, your things are a mess, worse than before.
Because of your intentions,
exactly.
The right intentions.
Exactly. Yes, we all have problems. We all want our problems to be solved. But there's a difference between, it's like, there's Twasa, Utwasa and Pela Sonwabe. Sigqithisa usana kunina. Sithwasa kuba sifuna into zethu zihambe kakuhle, sifumane umsebenzi, ugqithisa usana kunina. Awuthwasi because of unayo le calling, you have embraced it fully.
I'm sure a lot of people now treat their ancestral calling or not even ancestral calling, their ancestors as an ATM. Because a lot of things, even when you look at social media, a lot of people just want to be manifesting, they just want, yes, we have problems, we need money, but the most thing I see that's common with almost everyone is they want money, houses, whatever it is. They all want the monetary things. It's very rare where you'll find people actually, I want to connect with my ancestors simply because I want to connect with them. It's always, almost like we're treating them as an ATM or transactional.
That's the thing. Relationship. But who an ancestor that doesn't have money? Who an ancestor that's an average guy? I remember I once dreamed about a particular person who runs a church. And in that dream, it was so clear. And they said, this guy, no matter how many churches are open, he will never have wealth, the wealth he wants. His church will always attract the poor guys. Some healers, they will never have money because their ancestors are not wealthy. They will always attract patients that are broke. I can attract 10 patients a day. All of them, they are broke. In that 10, I can make 500 grand. In that 10. Because ba-attract abanye abantu abangenamali abazawufika bakhale kuwe funeka basizele and all of that stuff. And it is them. They do not have wealth in their bloodline.
Is this something that we can fix though?
You can't fix it if you do not have wealth.
That's a broken line. So
no, you
can't be broke.
That's a reality we don't want to face. And when we don't want to face that reality, then abantu bahamba bothwala. It's like when you're asking me that, it's like if you don't know how to sing, you don't have the voice, then you say, how can you fix it? The reality is you do not have a voice. You have to sing to save your life. Autotune won't save
your life. Autotune would be Utwala, basically.
Yes, autotune will be Utwala. So there are people whose ancestors, they do not have wealth. They are just average guys. No matter how much you beg, they give you enough to get by.
Sure, but that is
and at the end of the day, it's sad. But I would trust to make money.
Which reflects the intention.
Yes. But also, I want that entitlement from people. They must get rid of that entitlement. That because of your gift, you are compelled to have free. No, your gift. Soccer stars are gifted. Musicians are gifted. Actors are gifted. Poets are gifted. All those people, they make money. But it's only us. A gift, a spiritual gift. It's not only throwing bones and helping people with herbs. We all have different gifts, like musicians, actors, etc., etc. All those people make money, but we are the only industry that is not allowed to make money. Do you get what I mean?
But that is wrong, though. I don't understand why people
it's entitled.
always expect healers not to either charge them money or like that's you extorting people.
No, it's an entitlement.
But you're coming to me for help. For example, when I go to my GP, I pay full fees. I don't complain with you. No, why would I charge 500 rand only for a consultation, but I still have to go and fill my prescription and still pay money for the medicine, right? But when I come to a traditional healer, and then I just complain.
Yes,
I came, no.
That's the cool people when they come to you for help. At the gate, let's say 400 rand. As a kuwe. Xa ingena egeyithini, he takes 200 rand from kwenye ipokotho, ayibeke kwenye ipokotho, so that ayikhupha laa mali ungayiboni wena. Ungena with the intentions of, I'll bargain. You get what I mean? Yeah. There are those people who come to healers with that sort of intentions. I'll bargain again. I have this money, but let me sacrifice it for something else, not for this. This is less important to sacrifice. He will understand my plea. Now, do you tell me now, have you put your cards on the table? No, you have not. As much as with bad mouth healers and all of that stuff, yes, they are guilty as charged in most things. But even people, they bargain with healers. Even people, here's the issue. I don't want to touch this for another day. But people, they act so smart. Siyababona. Umuntu azama usiqhatha. I'm very happy when you put your cards on the table. Now I put my cards. You ask me again, how much do you charge? So I charge this amount. Yeah, I will do A, B, C, D, and D. The ball is in your court. I need you to be honest and put your cards on the table. Again, I can afford this. But again, I don't. I cannot afford this. Can we come up with a payment plan? Ooh, there are two things. You will honor that payment plan, or you will never hear. Again, gone after cleansing. So the conduct, not even necessary. Then you wonder.
The ancestors are very strong.
but you wonder, I want to finish this point. If was a home, then you do me dirty like that. Will I have the willpower to help another person again? Free? No. Because we've discovered patients are unreliable, just like Isithunywa is the unreliable. It's a dog eat dog world, but we only paint Isithunywa bad, but we've been done bad before we became bad. It's a case of a victimizing again. But anyway,
so
yes.
In essence, then, Isithunywa wouldn't be an overnight fix. We must just fix our intentions going into our spiritual journey.
Fix our intentions, but also Abandu, they have that misconception that when we're enhancing Isithunywa, you will see butterflies, you will see A, B, C, D, you will see that dramatic effect.
That's what I know.
Yes, most people have that expectation. Okay, so you say, then boom, I will see here and there, blah, blah, dramatic event, I will see it was live. No. You become the person you were. But the difference is, see, Pagamile, you can see better, but sometimes you see the same. But it doesn't mean as Pagamanga. See, Pagamile. Yeah. So all those expectations, damn, man.
I was expecting to see you moving. I'm like, where are my movies?
Now, when you do butterflies, whatever the expectation of it, I feel like as Pagaman. But it's parameters. And another thing, most parameters is to know so much. Unegelando abe consistent in servicing this tool. But definitely, there's no dramatic effects. This is not your whatever cases.
I like how you're saying, Betty, it needs consistency. Because Isithunywa is very sensitive. Yeah. And as soon as you start neglecting certain things, so it's almost like and when you want to go back into practicing again, now you must all over again, and it's a whole process that you are sharing all over again.
And literally, even in that relationship, you have to continuously work on your relationship.
Yes, that's true.
You can't just say, we're in love, we're dating, that's it.
You keep quiet for 1 month.
Exactly, keep quiet. And yes. This is a good analog. Because, one, you're dating this woman, and then keep quiet for 1 month. Then you're surprised, who we are with distance. That's how Isithunywa is. It's that girlfriend who I or sometimes open the phone we are in some people are feeling the same. No ways. We are better and the touch. You have to keep that relationship, that connection. You drop the ball, you're done. But also abandon with this Isithunywa, they do not want to live in spirit. When I say they do not want to live in spirit, they do not take time to trust the process and let Isithunywa or it was lead. So, like you will dream Lona tonight, Utwa. Little was like, I'll give you a job, it's coming. Then when you wake up the next day, you're feeling positive. That okay, it was coming through to you. What do you need then to do after that dream? You need to work on that. Just because of it was said it's coming doesn't mean relax. But still go to the waterfall, whatever, pray consistent until that thing comes into life. But now, as you have this dream, after 4 days, that can be depression. You forgot that you had the communication before. Again, it was like, oh, gives you another communication. Then again, back after 5 days into deep depression. What do you expect it was to do? We are there for
me, because it's like a parent-child relationship. If I'm not gonna reward laziness.
No.
So when you start being lazy, and I'm not gonna reward you for that. So for me, I see it as that.
But you're not seeing that.
And they want you to take like 10 steps towards them, they'll take 1 step. Take 10 steps towards them, they take 1 step. So when not the 90% or 99% of the work is from you, and then they come with that 1%.
But also we expect too much Madrosi.
That's true.
And when a Madrosi expects too much good, we say it's too much. We can't handle it. But we expect a Madrosi to handle it.
Like miracles.
And yes, and also you spend your whole year you having chillings or you haven't get together with friends, you drink and all of that stuff. You haven't done a single thing for yours. Not even Mkomboti were 5 lit. But you expected those Lako to be a mandarin, to have the strength and the willpower to push your things. I look now, they face resistance from Abanda Dark who are resisting for Lona, lensing those Lako. The least you could do, give it those Lako power, strength, feed it those Lako.
Instead of treating it as a transaction.
Exactly.
So now, would you say, Witty, is it easier Uktasa Ubungoma or is it easier Upamsa Isithunywa, or are they the same?
It's easier to do Isithunywa. It's some people they can enhance Isithunywa in energy. They can without going to a sangam or a prophet. Your prophet is mainly a facilitator, but you do the legwork at home. And some people they do all the legwork at home. Instructions are given, no matter cooking and through visions, then you ask Ugajan or whoever to help you. But it's very much easier and it's not a tedious process. Unlike Ubungoma. Ubungoma is also ridiculously expensive.
And I think it's physically draining. I think Isithunywa is more emotionally draining.
No, it's more. You can flex more against Isithunywa.
But then now,
okay. No, the difference between pasha and praying. Some people they get confused about should I pasha now or should I tandas? What is the difference? Have you experienced that? Take me through.
Yeah, my experience. I think I used to want to follow a textbook. Like if Okageni tells me, Uti, you need to pasha and then pray. That's what I will now do. So for me, at first, it was about that. Like, what is my teacher telling me to do? Right? And I was like, in essence, I'm talking to almost the same.
Okay.
So why should I do them Z2 at the same time? That was my main confusion. Why do I need to Mpahla and then pray? If I pray, is it not enough? If Mpahla at that time, is it not enough as well? And for people who don't know what means, what is it?
Ukupahla is the same as going to your family cry and recite your clan names. Is Takazelo Zako. Now and speak there. Some people they use a certain brandy, some people they use a certain brandy and sniff and sweets, etc. You're talking to them. The same manner you're talking to them there in your family cry. As by in a plan, it's the same manner when you kneel in your room. You speak with. You recite your clan names. You start from, if your father is late, you start from your father to Baba Wake. It goes on and on and on. The family line, the ones that you know, and if you do not know them by name, you will recite only clan names, even if you don't know all of the clan names. But the key, you will say you are attracting, you are calling and summoning the pure ancestors without doing prayer. But now you kneel again and light your candles if you can, and if you have a white book, wear your white book, you pray. Now, when you pray, you start with God. You start with the you start reciting. You start with the Holy One and go in and go on with mentioning your ancestors that God working hand in hand with my ancestors for ABC to happen. But you're praying. The difference praying and reciting clan names and speaking with your ancestors.
Is one special.
Yes, you light even in bed. So that's it. It's the same as if we're doing a traditional BIA, traditional ceremony. We are socialized culturally. When you put in Umkombot here, you address us and say, Kacheni, Mambamba, and so, welcome to this family of Otola. We have done a little bit of Umkombot to appease our ancestors, you recite the surnames, that's what. So the difference is praying, reciting the clan names, summoning them. So sometimes we pass standing, not even kneeling.
I know in the crowd you can be standing.
Yes.
Like now, if in some somewhere.
It's different. No, you can't stand in somewhere.
Okay.
You can't
but
stand.
In the crowd like
yes. But for me, I can stand in somewhere when there's a ceremony. Go there, stand, but I can kneel as well. But here some people, some people buy Nila, some people like Amavenda, Malala Nitala, some buy it depends. But anyway, what I wanted to touch on, yes, but I think I've mentioned this before that we have mentioned this to me as like a UNISA distance learning, keep connecting. But we have.
What do you mean?
So the question now is, some people buy shit and just to me. What different ndithathe isithunywa mna ndingathwasi hayi if unento wazizawuthwasa and nokuthwasile it doesn't change just because of you can't change nesithunywa it was sees through your intentions you can't if unento waso uzawuthwasa and abanye I think now abanye babuze can ubungoma coexist with this thunywa yeah no they can ibalance ibalulekile uneke chance isithunywa sisebenze uneke chance ubungoma so you can. And I think one last thing that I think we've covered pretty much everything.
But then now, can you have Isithunywa without ubungoma? Like strictly, I'm just operating.
Oh yes. No, definitely you can. You can have strictly Isithunywa without ubungoma. You can have ubungoma strictly without Isithunywa.
Because I've seen a lot of traditional healers on social media. They'll say, "When now ucabanga ukuthi Isithunywa kuphela uzothwasa." You know, taking people with
but also to wrap it up, let's wrap it up. Sometimes for the longest time, kungavela umndawa ubungoma. After some time kuvela isithunywa. Sometimes kungavela isithunywa sivele and you'll be convincing awunabungoma, awunamndawo. Then boom, after 3-4 years uvela. So trust the process, don't want to know the outcome, but things change over time. Live in the process.
Actually,
but anyway,
that's good advice.
Yes.
To trust the process instead of trying to rush and be like other people or force your own agenda into it.
Okay. Masibambe phana. Ndibamba ngazo zozibini kwabantu bebukele i-conversation with Gajeni podcast. With me, Gajeni, the host, and my co-host, Unombulelo. Sisithi ke nango so apho benithatha khona idatha khona amadlozi wenu anandisele nifumane ii-gigs ezingaphezulu masibulele ke bantu badala.